In order to decode new vocabulary words, you can break the words down into the smallest meaningful unit, the morpheme, or that's the fancy way of saying the Greek or Latin root or affix of the word. So we are talking about a specific morpheme or root called sect today. The Latin root sect means cut. This Latin root is the word origin of a good number of English vocabulary words, including insect, dissect, and intersect. The root sect is easily recalled via the word section, for a section is a cut-off piece of a larger whole. I'm going to play for you a brief podcast from the Membean website, and I'll give credit for Membean.
The Latin root word sect means cut. Today we will cut right to the chase with that section of English vocabulary derived from sect.
This is Word Root of the Day, brought to you by Membean.
Everybody cut, everybody cut. Everybody cut, everybody cut. Everybody cut, everybody cut. Everybody cut.
The word insect originated from sect because it is a creature cut into three parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Hence, insects have three segments, or cuttings. It is easy to hear why we say segment instead of segment. Note that the letters C and G are interchangeable according to Grimm's law. And consider the goofy-sounding segmentation versus segmentation, or the act of cutting into pieces. Math teaches students that a line can not only have segments or cuttings of a specific length from it, but lines can also be bisected or cut into two exact halves by another line. One line can also intersect with another line, cutting between its length. And of course, there are intersections in roadways where one road cuts between and through another, coming together at a common point. In trigonometry, the concept of secant is taught, which is a straight line that cuts across a curve at two or more points. Moving on to biology, sometimes beginning biology classes will have students perform a dissection, or the cutting apart of a preserved animal, such as a frog or worm, to analyze its anatomy. Surgeons do all kinds of cutting into human bodies during surgery, an example of which is venesection, or the cutting into a vein, otherwise known as phlebotomy.
So that I cut that podcast short because there's copyright material on the next section. So I want you to be able to watch this during your YouTube presentation. So I made a section of the podcast. This website is really cool. I wanted to show it to you. We are going to use it a lot for the rest of the year. So all of these, here's the root, the base of the word, sect, meaning cut. And then it has the definition on the trunk of the tree. This is a word tree, right? And then if you click on any of the leaves of the tree, you can see the meaning of the word. So if you click on sector, it's a part or a section of a larger system, such as the economy is part of a society. The economy is a sector of society. Secant, which is that line that crosses, that intersects a curve at 2 points. Bisect, that means it's cutting something in half, right? You know that from your math class. Dissect, maybe you'll get to do that in your biology class. We dissected cats. And then we talked about vivisection, operating on living animals. So you can explore this website. I'll give you the link for this particular one in the credits, and you will be seeing a lot more of it.